Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of a Tuesday, nope, a Wednesday stream. What's up? Happy StarCraft Day, everyone. Been kind of a weird one, but we're here for StarCraft anyway. What's going on, nOOB? No! You reapplied to the French art school and got rejected again? Man, those guys are super strict, aren't they? Man, French art school. Bad stuff. Bad stuff all the way around, in my opinion. I know that's been a goal of yours, and I know it's been a long journey, and I know it keeps ending in sadness and melancholy, but what's your plan now, nOOB? Not a good time. Not a good time at all, guys. Alright, time for some Coke Zero. Gotta perk yourself up. So, what are we going to do today? We're going to do some replay casting. We're going to do some live games as well. That's the play. Hey, what's up, Stater? StarCraft support group. Indeed it is. Welcome to the stream on the Red Dimension. You've obtained a French language diploma, ironically. Oh, right. That's kind of funny. Maybe that was their plan the whole time. They're like, all right, these non-French speaking pig dogs, they come to our country and they want... I'm actually doing more of a Russian accent, aren't I? They come to our country and they want to enter our schools and learn art, but first we must make them learn French, because French is the best language in the world. So our secret plan is to force them to learn French, and then maybe we'll let them into the art school. Ah, you're just leaving? You're just bailing on your dream? That sucks, dude. The world is a cold and sad place sometimes. Anyway, I'm sorry, nOOB. I truly am. I know how much you worked for this and how much you wanted this. And yes, again, the world can be a terribly, terribly cold and uncaring place. All right, let's go nOOB versus effort, shall we? What's up, Martin? Aw, thank you. Try to look sharp. We got nOOB here. We've got effort here. We've got Eclipse. Falcon always perks up when we have an Eclipse game, because Eclipse is a very fun map. 2 players. Good stuff as always. Let's do it. Ba-bam. Top right, it's effort. Bottom left, it is nOOB. We're going to ×2 at the start of this, because unless there's a cannon rush or something, no reason to go ×1, in my opinion. Ba-da-bum. So it is Eclipse. It's a wonderful place to be. Again, I like it a lot. 2-player maps are always very fun because pressure can be a viable strategy, because you know where the other player is. Overpool here on a 2-player map versus nOOB. I think that's what Effort's plan is here. And no, we're going to go a 11 hatch. 11 hatch here. Holy smokes. Against a gate opening on a 2-player map. Not a cannon rush, no forge available. The probe says, hey, I'm going to maybe fake a cannon rush. The probe's like, can I get back there? No, you cannot. But I guess coming back here is the same thing, right? Anyway, not going to fake a cannon rush. Just, you know, seeing the hatch first here. Just getting little bits of damage off of it. Just practicing your micro. All right, nOOB. Very good. Zealot on the way. Indeed, there's a Zealot on the way. There's a second Zealot on the way here too. Max! Hello! How's democracy been working for you? And then there's a 3rd hatch coming up here, but there's a Zealot, and there's nothing to defend it except for a single drone, which is not enough. There's the expand. That's what the 3rd hatch is all about, because the Protoss is expanded. Us too. Dude, nOOB. Check it out, dude. And, all right, now enough lings show up to protect the third hatch, but it's going to be bleeding when it finishes here. Zealots, again, being very annoying, as always. But I don't think they can take this down. Try to transfer for higher class level with my Canadian art diplomas. But my baguette schools don't count them as sufficient. I guess they don't. Again, France is incredibly prideful. France is maybe the country that has the most pride in their own culture and their own language compared to any other country in the world. And they're insular, and they think they're the best. And it's like, yeah, Americans have a lot of ego too, but like, I don't know, man. Our education system is much more willing to bring in people who don't speak English than French people are. So like, I don't know, kind of screw those guys, huh? It's not bad, Max. Getting paid to help democracy. I like it. Cannon coming up. And nope. Can't take down the gateway. Can't take down the hatchery here. We still have 2 zealots. How many kills? 0 kills on both. Very shameful. All right. So 2 kills on that zealot. He's dead. Can't get another one. Very good. So effort says, all right. Oh, 2 zealots sneaking into the main base. Very good. What's up, Martin? Monthly paycheck is 14 hours. That's not a lot of hours for an entire month at all. Huh. Sounds good, Max. Get that work. Get it done. So 2 kills, 3 kills. This is some heavy, heavy zealot pressure, but again, we have enough lings to handle this. Oh, look at him glitch. Tried to escape by glitching through that mineral patch, but nope. Not getting out of there. Overlord checking to make sure, there's not like a weird third nexus coming up, but, again, we got Corsairs. We have a lot of Zealots. We don't have enough money to expand because we're spending on Corsairs and Zealots and Pylons and a Templar Archives and all that great stuff. Lings are like, all right, you force us to make Lings. We're going to come back down here again and try to get through this. Maybe jump on top of your cannon, but can nOOB block it off as a professional Protoss can? And the answer is yes. Yes, we absolutely can block it off with 2 Zealots. 3rd Zealot here, cannon on the backside. And Corsair says, what are we doing here today, effort? Are we making a Spire? No, just making pure Hydra. All right. Hydra bust is incoming then, isn't it? Macro hatches all over the place. Nice. Enjoy your pizza, Max. Sounds good, dude. We'll be here for you. Yeah, you know what, nOOB? I think that's true. That might be true for everybody. I'm not sure anybody has a life where at the age of like 30 or 40, they look around and go, this is exactly what I wanted when I was young. I don't think that's the case. Maybe. Maybe it is for some people, but not for most people. Jumping on top of these Overlords. Effort didn't think he'd be getting his Overlords killed by Corsairs at this age. But blah. Is there a +1 attack for these Corsairs? No, because it's Hydras instead of Mutas. But, again, as always, you can throw down a Spire whenever you want in this game. Unless, if you have a lair, that is. And that's what's great about StarCraft, right? No need to adhere to specific build orders or do everything the same. You can switch it up all the time. DTs, we got detection here. We got Hydras, we got Lings. And Effort's going to hold this. With the Sunken, it would be a little bit easier. Hang on a second. Hold on a second. I thought there were enough Hydras there to get... Oh, take care of this. But 3 kills on that DT. 5 kills on that one. Burrowing. Hatch already injured. Hatch going down. Hatch is, in fact, down. Okay, then. I'm doing all right. Max, thanks for your kind words. Evolution Chamber. Dude, denying the upgrade would be massive. No! 49 hit points on the Evolution Chamber. Huge deal. Enough money to rebuild that hatch. And he did have enough to prevent the full wipeout of this base, but not enough to save the hatchery because of the early work those Zealots did. Good stuff there by nOOB. All right, throwing down a ton of gateways. 4 gates. In addition to the 2 and the 1 and the other 2 that are here. So a ton of gateways. High Templar. Storm is done. Kadaran Amulet. Researching. A lot of Storm for the incoming Hydras. nOOB, again, is doing extremely well here. And there's the Spire, like I said. You can throw down a Spire whenever you heckin' want. So here it is. Can we take down the gateway? Again, Lings did a little bit of damage there on that gateway. Psystorm says no! Psystorm says absolutely not. Get the heck on out of here, you waste of space. Third hatch. Replanting. So, Burrowlings out here. Enough for a Burrowling trap. Oh, Burrowed Hydra, rather. Burrow Hydra trap. Not too shabby. Love that idea. Zealots, +1 attack on those guys. Speed is done, of course. Dragoons coming in. Lurker aspect, no. Not in production. No sign of Lurkers, but we have Spire. We have enough gas to make about 7 or 8 Mutalisks. So, Snipe and High Templar effort is right on top of this here. He knows High Templar are the next step in the evolution here for nOOB. So, can he snipe the High Templar is the question right now. But for now, waiting for the mutas to be produced. They are in the production tab. Upgrades to the Hydras. Is this it? Going right over those bird Hydras. And still no sign of a third base. No, there is a sign of a third base now from nOOB. But 11 minutes, dude. Late. Third, this Ling's like, aha. I see this. I see you there. And, oh no! No, the Observer found the burrowed Hydralisks. Very sad stuff. And, yep. We're going to try to get a cancel on this, at least taking down the probe. Can we get a cancel on this base? No, Dragoons say no. But we can fly into the main base, and there's one cannon here, another cannon here. He knew this day would come. He built 2 cannons here for that very reason with High Templar support. High Templar down. No more storms available inside the main base. Another High Templar coming up the ramp into the main base. Says, let's get in there. We've got 2 storms, almost 2 storms available. There's the 1, and absolutely, there's the 2. I think I did my math wrong, but got those cannons down, killed some probes, 5 Mutalisks, not a hefty amount. Ow, and enough Dragoons to cover that as well. Zealots getting into the third base, not providing very much available damage there, unfortunately, with the Hydras and with the Sunken. Hey, look, a Sunken. Amazing stuff what a Sunken can do. Again, not over-making Sunkens, just kind of making the Sunkens. Is fine. Is totally fine. What's up? All brand Abe. Watch streak 50. Stream streak. Watching cannons, Dragoon. Walking cannons. I mean, just the mobility alone is amazing. I think they do more damage, than cannons do, especially when they've got upgrades. So, yeah. They are a huge improvement over cannons. Dragoons are in every possible way. Cannons are good. Dragoons are better. More mutas in production. Dalaville. What's up, Dalaville? How it going on a Wednesday? Happy hump day to you. We got nOOB. We got effort here. Late third from nOOB, but did kill the third base of the Zerg player. Fourth base is late as a result from effort. So, nOOB can win this thing. He needs some really good storms. I'd like to see him get Reavers, but again, you want about 4 gas to go Reaver, or at least 3 gas and a mineral base if you're going to go Reaver, but doesn't look like that's happening. Any upgrades for these mutas? No, definitely not. We've got exactly no upgrades to the mutas, no upgrades in production either. Hydras. Mutas are here to snipe High Templar, and that's about it. So, into the third base we go, finding High Templar to snipe. There aren't any High Templar. No High Templar out here either. High Templar are all kind of in this area being protected by cannons and dragoons and whatnot, at least making it hard for the mutas to snipe them and spike them down. What's up, Saravok? Happy Wednesday, dude. So, holding. We're doing well here. +1 attack is on the way for the mutas now. I talked about how they're not getting an upgrade, and now finally he fires up a +1 at 13 minutes. What a weird game this is between Effort and nOOB. Observer says, hey, look, a 4th base? That totally sucks for me. Maybe I should get a 4th base of my own. Should I expand up this way? Probably the best place to go. This is a little bit far away. Mutas harassing. Cannon. No match for 11 Mutalisks. Corsair getting a bunch of damage off, though. Does die, but hey, mutas are injured. That means the Storm's going to be better against those boys. Any sign of a lurker shenaniganry? Surprisingly, I don't think so. We're going Muta Hydra here. No lurkers at all. Maybe better against the heavier Dragoon setup. There it is. Templar 1 down. Templar 2 is down. Every Muta dies, but every High Templar in this group died. So it's Zealots and it's Dragoons. It's a lot of them, though. Do they have the +2 armor? They do. +2 armor, +3 coming in here, too. Wow, going for +3 armor against the Hydras. That is something that Protoss have recently discovered, is having +2 and +3 armor is really good against these Hydralisks. So, sniping them out, fighting them out here. Mutas jump in. Oh, more High Templar joining the party. There's a Storm. Needed that a while ago. There's a second and a third Storm. And Archon dance on the battlefield, boys. This is all we can do here. And I think Effort has enough fighters to hold. What are they up? They have the +2 and the +1. The upgrades are nice. Zealots, however, coming in, turning the tide a little bit. It's 119 to 89 supply in favor of the Protoss. Archon is able to finish on the battlefield. What the? That doesn't happen very often. Oh, look at this. Archon's like, I'll get one hit off and then I'll die. Sure, he killed a Hydra. That wasn't too bad. More Zealots. Again, the problem is the Zealots, not so much the Dragoons, especially if there simply are not any lurkers. I think nOOB has recognized there aren't any lurkers. Look at him. His production tab is nothing but Zealots and High Templar. Because he's like, I don't need Dragoons, really, if the enemy's not making lurkers. Zealot up here. Detecting all of these burrowed drones. Hydra's trying to save it. What a chaotic situation it is up here at the 4th. Another round of Zealots shows up. That armor makes them so hard for the Hydras to kill. It's already hard to kill a 0 upgrade armor on the Zealots because they've got that base. But look at this. Chasing those guys away. Zealot inside the mineral line doing his job. He's got 8 friggin' kills. He's dead, but he's got 8 kills. High Templar, not enough energy for another Storm. Will not get enough energy for another Storm. Evaporated. Zealots are like, well, maybe up into... Again, one sunken would be super helpful here. 4th base up the left side. Zealots defending a ton of Hydras. Wandering in this way. 8 Mutas in production, too. This has been a non-stop battle on both sides here for the last 6 minutes or so. We get to 10 minutes, and I was like, all right, seems pretty chill. No, it's not, actually. And yeah, these Zealots are just walking tanks. Once again, oh, no, back into Dragoons we go. I don't know if that's maybe for Mutalisks, but no lurker at all here from Effort is a little bit out of the ordinary. Certainly the case. Up and kill every drone. I know you want to kill these Hydras, too. Look at this. Oh, the Storm is so good. The Storm is so good. Archon getting hits off on the Mutas. That's what he's here for, is to hurt the Mutalisks. High Templar sniped. Gets a Storm off before he dies. That's the hope. This has been abject chaos. 4th base, huge for nOOB, though. And Effort at 17 minutes. It's too late for him to go Hive. Archon dies. He's kind of stuck where he is. If he tries to transition into a Hive, I'm not sure he can do it. Not against a 4-basing nOOB with 59 probes and access to a 4th gas, which means maybe Reaver stuff would be coming in soon, but I don't see anything in the production tab or in the bases either. This is crazy pants. DT's in production. Nice High Templar snipes. Mutas doing what they do at 18 minutes, but these High Templar do not have any Mutas chasing them. This might Oh, here they are. No. The mutas showed up. High Templar are out of there. Falling back to the cannons. Fourth base rockin'. Fourth base rockin'. 58 probes to 55 drones. Again, Effort says, no, I do not need a hive. Thank you. Effort might be the Zerg player that is more resistant to getting a hive compared to anybody else I've ever seen. I guess maybe Zealot also hates getting into a hive. It's kind of those two in a battle. Oh, fifth base down the right side here too, though. He needed that. He needed this base. He took it. He'd taken this one's going to be tough. So he took the one down the right side too. nOOB is not keeping an eye on that, and I really feel like he should another High Templar down. See, this is why you maybe do want that group of Corsairs to have a +1 attack for situations like this. This base might die. There's a lot of Hydras coming in. These mutas trying to thin out the cannon count a little bit here too. It's a lot of +1 mutas, a lot of 2/2 Hydras. Mutas are dying, but the Hydras are not dying at enough of a rate here for nOOB to be happy about it. Zealots are coming in. They're doing their best, man. Reinforcing dudes coming in, trying to save the fourth cannon down. Last cannon gonna die. High ground Hydras holding the position here and going after the guaranteed damage. A couple probes. High Templar walks into that group and dies immediately. Getting this Archon to the front is nice, but Archons are fat. They do get targeted, and one hit up before it died. This is so many Hydras, though. And the fourth base dies. Oh, but they're bringing the Psy Storm in. Nexus dead regardless. Probes dying here, too. Yeah, there you go. Nexus dies. Hydra's dying. Probes retreating. And I don't know about this. I don't know about this from nOOB. That was big. Losing that base was huge. This base over here, not actually being saturated, is a major problem. Three bases at 20 minutes is just not going to work. Look, if you're going to beat a good Protoss player without Hive Tech at 20 minutes, you'd better keep them on 3 bases. Oh, the muta control by Effort is just elite here. Not this group of mutas. I mean, mutas have been dying constantly, but this muta concept here has, oh my gosh, been killing so many High Templar today. That's another one going to die. Oh my gosh. And then every muta dies, but guess what? We're making 8 more mutas. So muta Hydra, no gas being spared for lurkers. We don't even have the upgrade, I don't think. I don't think we even have the upgrade. This is crazy. This is another game I think RJB sent in to be like, look, Falcon, you can definitely win. You can win against Protoss without Hive Tech. Yeah, I think that's it. It's 104 to 82 supply. Effort's up big time here. He's got the economy to roll with this, and that's it. Wait, what? Kabatapa? Kelka, what? Effort just tapped out? Why? No Effort. No, bad. Bad Effort. Bad. What is going on? It's a 3-basing Protoss. He's mining out rapidly at the 3rd base. You've got this. You've got this. You're up like 15-20 supply, which is huge against a Protoss. You've killed 1 million High Templar. What is this GG timing? Dude, people dropped off. People left the stream after that. They're like, we don't really care what happened. All right. Look. Probe's dead. High Templar sniped. Every one of these mutas died. Horrible stuff, right? 1,000 Hydras. 2-2. They're never getting 3-3 whatsoever. Protoss does take this base, but it's pretty vulnerable to like 1 Hydra walking over here. Yeah. 15-20 supply lead. Ten supply lead. Mutas come back around. Archon sniped. 20 supply lead for effort right here. 20. $58 to 38 workers. No! Disagree! You're up 21 supply. That you've got a much better economy than the Protoss does. They're mining out of this rapidly. They can't keep doing this forever. You've got this base you're rocking with. This base is easily killable. That is a problem for you, but you can take it out because this is the army that the Protoss has, and this is all it could do is defend here. That's all he could do is defend here. That is the most, I disagree, GG timing I've possibly ever seen. Where is RJB? Explain that one to me. What the heck? I know he didn't have Hive Tech. And ideally he would, but still, man. Outproduced, got out-killed, structures raised 15 to 1. We got an outspend by the Zerg by about 6,000 resources. Weird game, really weird game. All right, Soma, BarrackS, Polestar. We had a couple games with them yesterday. One of them where BarrackS went for a, well, he went for a pretty solid bunker rush that caused some major problems. So bottom right of Polestar, it is Soma. Top left, it's BarrackS. I'm pretty sure Soma won both of the games yesterday against BarrackS. No, BarrackS won one of those games because it was crazy Zerg from Soma. But then BarrackS made 8,000 Marines, gave them 2-2 upgrades, and just won. It was pretty awesome, actually. All right. Well, Protoss won there. Man, how do we have 55 people come through the stream today and there's only 9 watching? Like, 40 people clicked on the stream and went, Zerg versus Protoss, boo, and then left? I don't know. Overpool here from Soma. Got a racks opening at the wall here from BarrackS, so it doesn't mean he can't go for a bunker rush. I mean, he shouldn't because that's a pool, but he could from this position, and that's what's fun about Terran right now, is you can bunker rush whenever the heck you want. It's, well, assuming the Zerg player goes for a hatch first, which happens more often than you might think. So what are you doing? We got Marines out on the map. Usually means they want to do... Holy crap, he's bunkering a non-hatch first. The Lings are over here. They can't get through this wall. Oh my gosh. Does he not see this? He sees it now. What is happening? Why? He snuck up this way. He tricked Soma. He snuck up some SCVs. He snuck up some Marines along the top side of the map. Dude, BarrackS has been getting topped by Flash. He is so sneaky. Look at this. Marines outside of the bunker. The closer one is here. And the creep's getting hit. SCV is getting extra damage off. Drones trying to do what they can. Where are the Lings? They can't engage with this. They can, maybe. Hold on. Once the Marines are outside of the bunker, just making sure this sunken actually doesn't come up. Yeah. I think he's got it. He's like, okay, we got it. We got it. Here comes everything. Trying to stop this. The repair is pretty good. This bunker is going to die. Sunken finishes. Has only got 11 hit points, though. A couple Marines died. Sunken is not in range to hit that bunker. That bunker dies, too. Oh, I cannot believe he didn't finish off that Sunken, but the Lings were back, and Soma holds it. All right, Soma. You're crazy. Second base coming up back home from BarrackS. That was not an all-in by any stretch, but it was a pretty big investment with 2 bunkers, 1 racks back home, and a handful of Marines making a spire on 1 gas here and 10 drones. The man got a lair during that bunker rush. Is he crazy? Yes. Yes, Soma is crazy. Soma is crazy like a fox. I wonder if BarrackS is going to be ready for these mutas. He's like, there's no way this guy went for a lair during that bunker rush, right? Totally did. Spire's finishing up pretty darn soon. Crazy fast Spire. Second Rax is on the way. Engineering Bay needs to be happening like now-ish. Not now, but pretty soon. Because that Spire is going to be done in like 5 seconds. And if you don't have the ability to produce turrets, you just kind of die. Dude, BarrackS, no. BarrackS, no. I think that's what happened here. I think BarrackS was like, nah, this guy is absolutely not getting a lair. He can't get a Spire yet. There's no way. I'll get an Engineering Bay now. Which actually might... it's going to be close. He needs to start building turrets as soon as that Engineering Bay finishes. As soon as that NG Bay is ready to go. Yeah, man. 15 drones. No second gas. 1 gas worth of mutas. There's the scan. Important scan says, hey, there's a lair. Huh. Doesn't see the Spire, though. Not actually building turrets, though. Oh, BarrackS. No, dude. Dude, no. This is a weird game, man. Yep. Hey, no turrets at all in the natural base. Mutas have arrived. BarrackS goes, wait, what? I just scanned. How are there mutalisks here? I didn't see a Spire. He hid it from you in the natural base as soon as those bunkers were dead. Dude, Soma with the crazy mind games here. Oh, the Lings come in. Can they sneak in? No, but they make the Marines fall back a little bit temporarily. Factory on the way. He's actually building turrets inside the main. Cool. And in the natural. He's trying to... Wow, getting a Glaive Worm bounce on that missile turret from here is crazy good. Getting a +1 attack for the 5 mutas that he owns, and that is it. If BarrackS can hold this, I think he's fine. Soma has been droning up behind this, so he's not like he's stuck on 10 workers forever. Yeah, splitting off the injured Mutalisk here. Any sign of anything back home for the Zerg? No, man. He's just got stuff that's bleeding, stuff that's on fire. Everything is terrible right now. Third base coming in. Okay, fine. 23 drones. Getting a third base at 750. Another scan. Just wants to see what's out here. There's an Overlord. Sure. Mutas into the main base. Marines and medics ready for that too. BarrackS knows how to just rebuff this Muta harass. You're not going to keep everything alive. You're not going to save all of your SCVs or your Marines. But if you can avoid losing everything, you're going to be fine. Slow Lings. Awesome. Metabolic boost on the way. Queen's Nest coming in too. And a Hydra Den. So he's making up for lost time, right? He's teching into Hive. Going after a BarrackS, I guess. Like, at some point, BarrackS has to move out here, right? He can't just sit around. Yeah, he's got stim, he's got range. His +1 attack is finishing up, but the +1 attack for the mutas is going to be done first. Lurker aspect on the way. It's not a crazy Zerg play. Lurkers, yes. Lurkers take a while, though. If BarrackS can get across the map before that Lurker upgrade is done, gonna be dicey. It's not even that many mutas, man. Valkyrie in production, but that's a huge group of Marines that died to the +1 Mutt-Mutts. Going across the map right now is BarrackS. He is heading over that way. Lurker aspect is not done yet, but it will be done. What's up, Deploribus Rex? Ow. Yeah, turrets. Valkyrie's especially going to do pretty gosh darn well here. Heading on down. We're not making queens. That's why the Queen's Nest is here. Making creeps to buy time for the lurkers to come up. Production tab says, not actually making lurkers. What? Okay, fine. Again, BarrackS is just making all of the Marines ever. Finishes off that Sunken that was already injured from before. The Mutas have to come in, but the Valkyrie support is pretty good. Lings on the backside, but if every Muta's dead, and they are, this gets really tough. Drones desperately entrenched into the battle here. Sunken's getting shots off. Every Sunken is dead. Every drone's going to die now. And GG. Hey. Yeah, BarrackS gets the win. I feel like Effort tried to skip some steps there. I feel like he tried to get the third base too fast. I think he tried to get to Hive too fast. I think he needed to get Lurkers first. First thing to do was get Lurkers, deal with the incoming Marines. He saw what this was. He saw how many racks there were. 3 racks. He saw the Marines being produced. He killed a bunch. He knew how many there were. He knew there were Valkyries and said, okay, let's get some Lurkers. Let's make sure we have some Lurkers and some Sunkens here, and then we'll worry about getting to Hive Tech. But he went greed, and BarrackS punished it. Nicely done, BarrackS. Impressive display here today. Yeah, produced the same, killed the same. That's going to be fine for a Terran player. The outspend here, pretty fantastic by the Terran BarrackS as well. So gotta love that. Gotta love that play. All right, happy Wednesday, happy hump day, everybody. Let's get an action game in here, a TVZ between NoeL and Action. Now, Action's a good player. He's probably not going to win an ASL. NoeL, a more up-and-coming type player who maybe has what it's in him to win an ASL. So, I don't know. It's an interesting combination. So, top right, or bottom right of Polestar, rather. It is going to be NoeL. Top left, it is, in fact, Action. So, more TVZ shenanigans here. We'll see if it's another bunker attempt. Look, I guess BarrackS, you could say he won that game with the bunker rush early, right? He forced a lot of Lings out. He killed a lot of Lings. He killed some drones. He did what he needed to do. He didn't win the game there as in Effort tapped out, but he won the game there in that it hurt Effort enough that the follow-up attack, like 7 minutes later, was really, really effective. Anywho's, hatch first in, ba-bam, 12 hatching it. Here is Action, 2-player map, SAB on the scout out, BarrackS actually inside the main base. Kind of a weird place for it, if you ask me. Why is he building it there? What is his plan? One base mech, maybe? Fast Valkyrie, perhaps, on one base? Don't really have to do this. That's what I don't get. Like, you could build it here, and it provides the same value as it does here. This is just, you're just worried, right? It does look pretty good, Deplorable Rex. You're just worried about a pool first. That's why you build the racks inside your main. You worry that Action's going to show up with Lings at 2 minutes, and you're not going to be ready for it, and you're going to die. Scouts the gas. Yeah, it's going to be a factory here then. There's the expansion. Some more Lings come out, keep the SCV away. There's the lair timing. And we're going to see what here? Academy. Engineering bay, so maybe not a factory at all. Okay. All right, NoeL. I thought that gas timing indicated a factory, but no, you're going for the +1 attack instead. You're going for the stim instead. That's what the gas is going to instead of factory-type Goliath stuff. Spire starting about 4 minutes. Nothing too crazy there. Yep. 2, 3, 4 racks in production now. Sunken up. Doesn't know if it's mech or not. Now knows it's not mech and goes, oh. Well, I guess having a Sunken's not the end of the world. 3rd hatch, 3 hatch Muta. 7 on the way. +1 attack getting started here too at 5 minutes for Action. So it's going to be Mutas. It's going to be turrets. It's going to be Marines with range and stim and medic support. We saw this in the last game. Although, this is a Zerg player who's in a much healthier economic position, considering he wasn't actually bunkered at the start of the match. Thinking about taking a 3rd base down here while the Mutas keep the Terran locked up inside his base. Again, NoeL's in trouble because this expansion was late for no reason. Or actually, I don't know. I don't know if it was late. He's fine. I'm going to say he's fine. He's at 28 SCVs. He's on 2 bases. He's looking good. He's going to do the move out here. The mutas are going to dart around the back side. There's a bunker at the front with no Marines inside it, which seems like an oversight. Maybe get inside the bunker? I don't know. You can't chase the mutas if that's the case, though. And here's the move out, right? That's what this Overlord is for. You need to have Overlords in specific strategic positions across the map so you know when this is happening. Because if the Marines just walk across the map and there's nothing to stop them, they just sort of win. Third base. Excellent. Muy excelente. We have a Hydralisk Den coming in. And this is what Effort was trying to do in the last game and wasn't really able to get into just because its economy was hurt so much by the bunker rush. So, yeah, nice job. Taking out a medic. +1 attack's not even done. What's up, a Cardiacs on a 7-stream streak on a Wednesday? Let's go. Yeah, Action is just doing everything he wants to do. He's getting lurkers. He's getting a Queen's Nest. His mutas have control of the map. NoeL tried to move out. Couldn't move out. Not happy about that. But you got to do what you got to do. Quick, into starports now. Get a science facility as soon as those are done. Try to get some irradiates. Try to deal with the mutas that way. Hope the split's not very good. Maybe get some drop ships to get into the third base. Because we're scanning front. Sunken, yes. Checks for a base up here. Doesn't see one. This base is pretty vulnerable. Mutas and Lings have to defend this, but Lurker Aspect is done pretty shortly. Pretty shortly done. And there's a Hydra here. Another Hydra. So 2 Hydras on the top of the ramp. Going to be enough to handle until it radiates here, and it's not going to be here because the starports aren't done yet, so the science vessel hasn't even started yet. And here we go. Lurker 1. Lurker 1, 2, 3. Lurker 2 there. Yep. Okay, he's got to stop this long enough for these lurkers to finish. Just distracting and detracting there. Ah, look at that timing. And we burrow. Jumping in, trying to get in anyway. One of the lurkers dies. The other two getting some pretty big spines off, though, and they all do get wiped out, but I think there's enough Ling Muta and a new lurker finishes too to wipe out this attack. So, man, just 2 or 3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds. If NoeL was earlier on that attack, it would have gone a lot better, man. But sometimes that's all it takes. Just the delay of the Mutalisks, getting some of that work done. We're talking about awesome timing there from Action. So he's okay. He's fine. He's 3 base in it. He's 3 gas in it. He's got a hive. He's getting into Filer Mound. He's not getting Adrenal quite yet. Did not prioritize that upgrade. Totally fine. 1-1 Marines science facility here. Is it getting Irradiate? No. Should it be? Yes. Does he have the minerals for it? Not really. He's continuing to make Marines. And science vessels makes a lot of sense. You need those science vessels to cast the Irradiate that you're going to research. Nidus at the 3rd. Scans in, sees the Nidus at the 3rd. Consume on the way, Irradiate on the way. I don't think Action got Adrenal, folks. Of course, he doesn't really have any Lings. He made some Lings early. I guess he's got a few here. This has to be Adrenal Lings. Firebats being added to handle those Lings that we just talked about. Obviously. Overlord sniped. Cool. Supply blocking. Yes. Does supply block action. Niduses mean that now that all of these bases can be defended no matter what happens or where they show up. No dropships. We're prepared for drops to come in this direction. We don't know if there are dropships or not. There are not any. But when's the last time you saw a Terran player successfully irradiate every single lurker at a base and just bust up the ramp? That's not very common, especially if the Zerg player stacks them and puts overlords on top of them, and then it's just like, all right. That is the glitch. That is what you want to do. There's the irradiate. This is a nice attack. We got fire bats and everything, folks. Look at this. I like it. I like the comp. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Every lurker's irradiated. There's a Dark Swarm. Sure. Plague's not done yet. He backs out. He is super worried about getting plagued, I think is what that was. But hold on. If it's just Lings in there, nice snipe on the Defiler. And go, 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 go. Ah, forcing a cancel on that base. He jukes out like he's leaving, but then he comes right back in. Buys. Okay, that does buy time for lurkers to show up, though. Firebats, get in there. Where are you going, Firebats? We need you to take down these lurkers. Ah, can we save the hatchery, though? Don't attack the lurker. NoeL, don't attack the lurker. All right, fine. These guys are all dead. Containing, sitting in the middle of the map for some reason. I don't know why NoeL went out here. Why did you go out here? That makes no sense at all. Okay, we're just hanging out, I guess. Good news is, third base by NoeL is coming in. Fourth base has been delayed for action. Can't be happy about that. Yeah, those are cracklings. All right, good enough. Metasynaptic node on the way here, too, for the Zerg and his Defilers. So, we got the Lings with the upgrades of something. 1-0, excellent. And the Adrenal. We also have 2-1 for the Marines. Working on 3-2. Working on double expand. Ultra this cavern. Uh-oh, for action is on the way. Building that sucker somewhere here. Somewhere. Ah, up here. Really tucked away in that corner. Fair enough. Yeah, this group gets wiped out. 118 to 111 supplied. Terran's up, but not by that much. So, expanding to the right side, trying to keep up economically here. But, man, there's going to be... Well, Plague is done. We're going to start seeing Plagues. We're going to start seeing Ultra. 6 Firebats added in. The Firebats are going to be really good until Ultras arrive. Here it is. Nice Plague and nice Dark Swarm. Bravely charging in here anyway are NoeL's units, but I don't see this working out too well for them. Yeah, I don't think NoeL can break in here. The double expand is nice, but the Plague, man, that's the thing. The Firebats inside the Dark Swarm are great, but if they get plagued and they go in there, things go pretty poorly for them immediately. That's a good plan. It's a good plan to make the Firebats, but I think that's the reason that some Terrans don't bother with them, because if you try to get in there and you get plagued, you sort of just die. Nice Defiler snipe. I think it was already irradiated, but whatever. Not going to worry about it. Hey, all them Firebats. There we go. That's how we do it. No plague on the Firebats means they're awesome all of a sudden. Yeah, 2-1 upgrades and everything. Pre-irradiating the Defilers and the Lurkers at this position. Spore will chase away the Science Vessels on some level. Chitinous plating is on the way. Action is in a lot of trouble here. There are no Lurkers down here. There's the Plague. Firebats go in. And normally they do fine, but there's the Plague. The Lurker shows up. Action replacing Lurkers as needed. Plague on the Science Vessel. Plaguing this egg is kind of fun. That neutral egg getting plagued. It is a target. You can attack it. You can do other stuff. It's pretty fantastic. Where are the Ultras is the question. He hasn't really had the money to make them. He's just been forced to go Ling, Lurker, Defiler with Plague, obviously, and Dark Swarm. 149 to 129 supply. So getting these bases up has been humongous for NoeL, because he's on equal base count. As long as he can keep the pressure up on the Zerg, which he's pretty good at doing here. Oh, boy. Big Mutaflock. Irradiate those suckers. Yes, stack up Mutas. Oh, it's an accidental split of perfection. Wow, action. I mean, maybe it wasn't an accident. Maybe it was perfect. Maybe it was perfect because it was perfect. I don't know about a Ling Muta attack into this base. Stim back in the bunker. This base is going to die because nothing's defending it. For some reason, gets a kill on that base, actually. Nice irradiate. Counter Plague. Defiler dies for that. Uh-oh. Scourge. Yeah, he just eats those. He knows that's going to happen. Kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? Cracklings with 2-1 upgrades. Attacking into this position. NoeL charging through with fire bats. I like it, man. I like the bravery. It does not work out, though. Too many lurkers in there. Too much Dark Swarm. This group. Oh, no. The Ultras are out now. Uh-oh. Battle. No, not battle cruisers. Not battle cruisers, NoeL. My guy. Repair is good. Wow, repair is good. Nice. Huge plague there. Ultra gonna die anyway, but so are all these guys. That's a fair trade. 45 stream streak by Jordan. What's up? Welcome back, sir. So what are we at? 172 to 149 supply. 5th base coming up from the Zerg. He's been on 4 bases for a while now. Terran's on 4 bases as well. He might actually sneak up, dude. How do you kill a Zerg player? You make as good trades as you can, and you kill their bases. He's already killed 1. He got a cancel on that 4th base, too. Now this 5th base, second 5th base dies. That's a cancel, but the drone died. That's a big deal. It's going to be super delayed now. Ultras, however, if they get across the map and get on top. Okay, this is where it gets bad. He does irradiate the Ultras, but it's too late, man. It is too late. Ugh, inside the mineral line with the Ultralisk against these SCVs. Ugh, worker count 50 to 61. Battle cruisers operational. What's up, dude? Level 80's on a 140 stream streak. What's up, dude? Dude, are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? Radiated, radiated. There's one. Get mogged. Get mogged indeed. Science vessels have been plagued. 2 of them are not plagued. Where is the single Mutalisk? Oh, here we go. Oh, no. This is where you die as a Terran player, is when every one of your science vessels gets murdered. Aww. Well, there's 3 of them left. Somehow this one didn't die. I'm not sure how. But 136 to 156 supply. Running out, and this is where bases fall. Is when Ling Ultra shows up. There's some Dark Swarm. There's not any Dark Swarm, but also it doesn't matter, and NoeL taps out. Blech. Yeah, that was it. Those science vessels died. What's the key to SK Terran? It is science vessels. If those things die, you're not winning the game against a Zerg player. I don't care who you are. Action. Double expanding. This base got killed. Yep. Into this base, kind of winning. The battle cruisers, of course, were not enough because they're not enough. Look, if you're already up like 2 bases on the Zerg player and you want to close it out, then make some battle cruisers, but not when you're on even base count or less. It's just not going to work out. The BCs are not the answer. We've seen too many games where it's been attempted and has not worked. All right, good stuff. Wonderful stuff. Happy Wednesday, all. Happy hump day. Hope you are excited for the StarCraft. We've already had some really good games. Let's go ahead and head over to US West BattleNet, get some live stuff started. I'm sure the timing here is a little bit weird for some of you. I'm sorry for today, the schedule being a little bit off, but 'tis the nature of the beast sometimes. So, let me grab those replays. We did nOOB versus Effort, Soma and BarrackS, NoeL, and Action today. Let's see who wants to play live games. I haven't seen many people say hello in chat that want to play live games, so we'll give them a chance to show up. I'm going to step away for just a minute, and we'll see who shows up. Be right back. All right, we're back. We got people in here. Look, just say you're doing live games and they will appear. Build it and they will come, I believe, is how that works. What do we got? We got Jordan, Savior Sword, Cardiox, Mutabomb, PA Killer Pro, Bazump, and Gallons in the channel. Let's go. Cardiox is like, I won all 3 game modes I played yesterday, but then I realized Savior Sword was on my team. Yeah, level 80. Field of Dreams, guys. Field of Dreams. All right. Let's... Do you want to do a Pluck? Just to warm up here. Pluck Control, I believe is what it's called. I always want to call it Pluck StarCraft, but I believe the technical name and accurate name is Pluck Control. And it is. Look at me remembering something sometimes. All right, ba-bam. Use map settings. Let's get in here. Jordan wants a Phantom. We got to have 8 people for Phantom, Jordan. So maybe we'll get a couple more here as we do this, but we need a little bit more participation for that. So Mutabomb and Bazump. We're in to play the game. All right, Mutabomb, Bazump. Jordan's in here. Cardiox. Who is Killer Pro? Someone. Gordon sure has Pluck. Oh, is PA Killer Pro James. Nice. Woo! All right, we got our group. Mutabomb, Bazump, Jordan, ready to roll out. We got James. Sergeant Ranch is here too. All right. Let's go. This shouldn't take long. We can do a Phantom after this. Yeah, we'll do a Phantom after this. People love a Phantom. It's very, very fun. Happy Phantom never disappoints. All right, Kedge. Gotta wait for a second. Gotta play some music. Gotta load some stuff in the background. I'm not sure what's going on here on this UMS, but fun stuff. Okay, so here you pick Terran Zerg or Protoss. We do want a good racial harmony here. So once you picked, you get a dude, and bam. See that? If you come on this gray, anything on that gray, you get. And it comes down here. So the first round of enemies controlled by the computer are Zerglings. It's a warm-up. You got Zealots, you got Lings, you got Hydras, you got Marines, you got a Dragoon. No splash damage at all. It's going to be a bit of a challenge here in Pluck Control. Oh, this Ling dragging these Lings away is really smart by Ready to Roll Out. Oh, that's huge. That's a huge play by Ready to Roll Out, and they win. Okay, round 2 is a bunch of Zealots and Dragoons. Kind of tricky. Probably want some Archons for the Zealots, but also Archon's not very good against the Dragoons. You got to have a mix, right? Some Lurkers would be good. If you can get Lurkers, a Defiler. Defilers can only cast Plague. Plague would be sick. Tank's good enough against these Hydras, probably, but hold on a second. Storm is available, but it's 135 energy to Storm, so you get 2. You get 2 this whole battle. There's a Plague. All right, good enough. Defiler gets another Plague. Excellent stuff there from Ready to Roll Out. He's been the MVP so far. There's the Storm on the Plagued units. Yeah, this is looking good. Look at that. Really well done, everybody. Hats off. That's not an easy one. Zealots and Dragoons are together in StarCraft a lot for a reason. Next group, Mass Hydra. What do we got? Lurker good. Ultra kind of bad. Reavers, 2 Reavers very good. Siege Tank also very good. Double Siege Tank better than 1 Siege Tank. Excellent. All right, Psystorm in. Reaver in. Quabam. Good stuff here. Lurker spining away, getting huge hits off. Siege Tanks getting shots. As long as you keep the tanks alive, you're fine. Nicely done. Okay. All right. Everyone's kicking butt. Let's go. Mass Vulture, Siege Tank good, Ultra good, Plague good. Lockdown, kind of a waste. Whatever. If you can save up enough energy for another Storm, you're going to be good. But yeah, these Plagued Vultures are just getting wrecked. Yeah, Ultralisk ends up going down, but did his deal. And look at this. Look at this group. This group is crushing it. Next round, it's the boss. It's Linder. He's got 3,500 HP and 1,500 shields. You want to EMP this sucker, so someone's got to get a Science Vessel. I don't know if Mutabomb is aware he needs to get a Science Vessel, but he really needs to get a Science Vessel, and he does. Okay, great job. EMP is available on the Science Vessel. Irradiate, also very good. And this guy summons Scouts and Siege Tanks as spells. It's kind of insane. Gets the EMP off. Massive. Okay, so now I just got to deal with his 3,300 HP, man. Dematrixed Archon versus Archon. Ah, he's dead. All right, 2,000 hit points on Linder. Siege Tanks, being spawned in by Linder. Reaver Micro here by Bazump. Pretty important. Every shot is big. 1,600. Ready to Roll Out's Ultra isn't attacking at all? Uh-oh. I think we might have just lost it, folks. Might have just lost it, folks. Yeah, Ultra gonna die. He tries to run, but the tanks, no! Big hits. Really big hits. And Linder wins. Dun, dun, dun. GG. Yeah, boss is hard. Boss is hard to deal with by design, and they got to the boss. We haven't gotten to the boss. The last, like, 5 or 6 times we've tried this, so it's okay. There's no shame in that. Save Your Sword killed the most stuff. Mutabomb is right behind him. Ready to roll out there. Jordan, too. Nice, nice. Good job, everyone. All right, let's Phantom this up. Happy Phantom. Not Sad Phantom. I'm not sure if Sad Phantom is a thing. But let's go. Happy Phantom on reaction on a Wednesday. Come on. Who's going to have more fun than that? Us. We're going to have more fun than that. Absolutely. Ah, the ice water. Love the ice water. One more spot available. Cardiox, Mutabomb, Save Your Sword, Bazump, Ready to Roll Out. James, Jordan. Ranch. He's in. All right, let's go. How about Indifferent Phantom? What's up, 4 Prime? Welcome back, 4 Prime. How's your summer going? You got a job yet? Hey, who's that? Get Trapped. Get Trapped is in the house. Resubbing with Prime for 40 friggin' months. 40 months for Get Trapped. That is more than 2 years. That is 3 years and some change, I think. If my basic math is correct, and I'm streaming and talking and trying to do math at the same time, and that is not my forte, as we all know. But thank you, Get Trapped. Long-time supporter, definitely. 4 Prime is eating, that's cool. Check out Prime. Is Nightbot still busted on my YouTube for some reason? Ugh. Alright, whatever. It's totally normal, not a problem. Okay, good. Top left, Mutabomb. Got the names now. Top 12 o'clock. Ready to roll out is here. Long-time viewer ready to roll out. Top right is a Cardiox. Right side, Bazump. Bottom right, Savior Sword. 6 o'clock, Jordan. Bottom left is Sergeant Ranch. And then pink Protoss is PA Killer Pro, who is actually James. Here on the YouTube side of things, which is exciting. Let's update our support goal with Get Traps support here today. Jordan doesn't know what he is. Check out mission objectives, Jordan, if you missed it. Jordan tells everyone he's a pirate. Okie doke. I don't think he's going to get his goal anyway. I'm not sure Jordan actually will get enough money to be a pirate, but I don't know. Whatever, I suppose. Dev, hello. I know, Wednesday already? What? Who thought that was a good idea to make it Wednesday already? Hey, wow mage. Resubbing at tier 3, man. Hot dang.
Figured since I've been here for 140 streams in a row, I would drop a sub. I enjoy the content that you put out daily and thanks for all the entertainment, Falcon.
Dang, a tier 1 sub. Let's go. Appreciate it, man. And again, that is an incredible streak. That is impressive stuff. Thank you, level 80. And you're welcome for the content as well. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it is all about. Give you the content, and then I get some subs. Seems reasonable. RJB, good night, man. See you tomorrow. Thanks for the replays, as always. I mean, Jordan's making more SCVs than normal, I gotta say. So, as a pirate, his job is to get a 15,000 mineral bank, not to harvest 15,000 minerals, right? But that he needs to have 15,000 minerals in his bank, which means he can't make units all that much, or he's not going to reach his goal. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Diego, what's up, dude? Still streaming full-time. You are correct, sir. Still applying to jobs. Still not hearing anything back for the most part. It's real terrible out there, as we all know. Sharing this space is Savior Sword and Bazump. Good, good. Wonderful. 3 bases up from Mutabomb, now taking his second base after taking this as a, well, second, but you know what I mean. 3rd base here. Yeah, 70,000 subs. That was a good milestone to hit for sure. And 4,000 followers out on Twitch, too. That was a good milestone as well last month. So Savior Sword's just like, look, let me take the second base of Jordan just so he doesn't have access. He won't be able to get Pirate if he's just on 1 base. There's not enough money here with him also making supply depots and stuff to be a Pirate. So we're letting him live. He can't win with this math. Diego wants me to cast for BSL. I mean, I don't know, man. They barely pay anything is the problem. If they paid a little bit more, I think maybe I could do it. I could justify it, but I can't. And I get it. I get it. They're not huge. They don't have a huge bank to work with. It's not like they're intentionally trying to screw me or anything. Hey, what's up? Davicta. Thanks for the follow. Trying to get to, you know, 5,000 subs someday. That would be fun. I don't think Savior Sword's going to kill Jordan. I think he would have done it already if he was going to kill Jordan. I think he's just done the math, and he's figured out that Jordan cannot become a pirate, cannot successfully get 15,000 minerals off of one base after having made this many SCVs and these buildings. He can't. So it's fine. Pirate has been neutralized by keeping him on one base. You don't have to kill him. Let him do whatever he wants from here. Kind of surprised. Look, Jordan is making so many SCVs. Look at him. He has no Marines. He's working on some kind of an upgrade on the engineering bay. Like, I don't think he made this many SCVs entirely the last time he played with us at all. Of course, I think he was also AFK. I'm pretty sure he was AFK for most of the game. Well, nobody's just going wild Phantom on us right off the bat. We had a couple of those on Sunday. Holy smokes, we had some crazy stuff. So, Savior Sword on 3 bases. He's going to get up to 2 races. Did he make a claim? Claim Slayer. Yeah. He's building more supply depots. It's just not happening. Just not happening for Jared. Jared. Hey, Jordan, what's up? Am I calling you Jared again? Son of a gun. The J-names. The J-names. They get me. Jordan and Jared are the same thing in my brain. I don't know why. Bazump says he's a knight. Are Mutabomb's Muta's going to go somewhere? Those aren't really defensive units, but he's ready to go if somebody says, hey, there's a Phantom out there. Let's go get him. The Mutas will be ready. As long as there's no splash damage. Woo! 5 Stargates here on 3 gas. Love that. Really like that here. From Savior Sword. He going dem carriers. He's not appearing to go 2 race. Hard to do. Hey, what's up, player not found? This is called Phantom Mode. You ever played Among Us? Ever played Mafia? Ever played Werewolf? Everybody's on the same team, but there are secret phantoms who want to kill everybody. If they kill everyone, they win. If they survive to the end, then they win. Someone's got to make a move there. We're coming up on 15 minutes. Oh, Savior is killing him. Okay, I guess. Doesn't really need to, like you said. Okay, poked in, killed a supply depot, called it out. Token aggression. Savior Sword's doing weird stuff. Jordan's like, I'm being attacked. Obviously, Savior Sword is the Phantom. Diego. Bazump going in. Is he going to kill Jared? I mean, Jordan? Bazump's like, you got to learn how to play at some point. I mean, not necessarily. Mutabomb brings 1 Ling over. Jordan says, I hate losing. Jordan's gonna die. All right. I guess we're killing him just for the fun of it. What's up, Andy? Screw you, save your sword, pirate down. Alright. The Savior's like, how is it my fault? Yeah, I mean, just gotta learn how the game works, Jordan. If you're a pirate, don't tell anyone you're a pirate. If you're a phantom, don't tell anyone you're a phantom or an executioner. You really should only tell people if you're a good, helpful character like a paladin or a knight or the mayor. That's an important thing to learn here. Well, almost, Andy. Also, you can't move armories, you can't move academies, you can't move refineries. There are more buildings than that Terran can't move, but it's most of them, yeah. I have not, Jordan. Haven't noticed your stats on StarCraft. Some queens out here, some Dark Archon. Savior Sword's like, well, maybe now I can go 2 races. How does that sound? Killed all of his probes. It's 0%. StarCraft is a hard game. Alright, guys, we're coming up on 20 minutes. I know Jordan was a big distraction, but we gotta move on here, folks. We can't just sit here looking at each other all day. I know everybody, whoever the Phantom is, seems to be hiding pretty effectively. It's a cooperative party. Catch you later, Jordan. Oh, no way. Oh, wait. We had an Amnesiac Pirate? A Cardiox Pirates it at 21 minutes. I mean, not a lot of resources left anywhere by that point, but still. Oh, Cardiox was an Amnesiac. And he was like, all right, if Jordan dies and I'm the new pirate, I'm going to save up so that I can pirate. Oh, that's amazing. Dude, I love to see that. Diego says, did you watch Sue versus Motive today? Maelstrom is the future of PBZ. Absolutely, Diego. I live to see the day 3-Hatch Hydra is defeated. 3-Hatch Hydra is defeated all the time. You think it's undefeated? I disagree wholeheartedly. Like, I don't know. Protoss gets a bunch of speed lots and Size Storm and a bunch of cannons, and then the Zerg sort of dies. I don't know what to tell you. If they see it coming, it's not that bad. Zump says he's a knight. He is definitely big. Bazump's building some hatches. You're bitter about Rain leaving ASL early. That's fair. I understand that. Ready to roll out's got some dematrixed things, and dematrix things are things that are going for it. You don't dematrix just to sit around for 5 minutes. You dematrix to go. And it appears like we're going after Bazump because he's throwing up a surprising number of hatcheries. Dematrix Valkyrie versus a ton of Devourers. It's a lot of Devourers, but that's about it. No, but then the Hydras come in. There we go. Acid Spore plus Hydra, pretty good. Alright, Bazump says, I guess I'll go ahead and attack Sergeant Ranch, and I'm getting dropped by Ready to Roll Out. Bazump's like, don't waste on a knight. Muta not attacking, Save Your Sword not attacking him either. Everybody else seems to be going here, though, including James. Nice plague. All right, they're all in here. Infested Command Center, kind of fun here for Bazump, but I mean, not going to save him at all. Cardiox is like, you have 1,000,000 spores. Not very good against these tanks, unfortunately. Yep, still hunting down Bazump. This base is alive. Wait, no. Wait, what? Sergeant Ranch? What the frick? Sergeant Ranch is attacking Killer Pro for some reason. What is happening right now? Sergeant Ranch is like, why are we killing him? Cause he's real big and scary needs to die? I think that's generally how that works. Yeah, I don't think Pro can survive this. Savior Sword says he's almost out of cash here. Bazump's got a lot of minerals. If he's a knight, he's got a lot of minerals, but maybe not as much gas. Again, that's what the static defense is all about, is you have a lot of minerals. Ta-da, static defense. But yeah, I mean, these Guardians are just wrecking. Nobody's really coming to save him, but nobody's coming to kill him either. Ah, says Killer Pro. I'm dying. You sure are. Alright, so Bazump holds temporarily, does manage to get a drop off into ready to roll out bases. I don't know how much money he has left. The Cardiox is like, he's only on 4 factories, he's not a Phantom. He could, you know, could be hiding. I think it might be Mutabomb, guys. That'd be hilarious if it was Mutabomb. Also very funny if it's Savior Sword. Savior Sword is big and scary, as usual. What's up, Happy? 4 Prime was in here saying that your new campaign is appropriately sadistic, which I expected, so glad you're keeping that up. You got a reputation to uphold. Yeah, Jordan was a pirate, but then he died, but then Amnesiac, a Cardiox, got pirate, and he saved up for it, so he just, bam, hit it. He hit it. You toned down the sadism a bit? Well, that's nice of you. Although, you said he raffle stomped the first 13 missions, and then hit a big wall on 14? Big, huge difficulty spike? Gotcha, Happy. I see. Savior Sword's beefing with Bazump. Ready to roll out is staying alive. No, wait. Sergeant Ranch is beefing with Savior Sword. I think it's Savior. I think it might be Savior Sword and Mutabomb who are the Phantoms, which if that's the case, I think it's over. Yeah, Sergeant Ranch is getting wiped out. Ready to roll out doesn't have anything either. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Wander. That's fair enough, Happy. You are the creative here. You can decide what feels finished and what doesn't. Ensnare on some Guardians is kind of fun. Bazump's still just hanging out. Again, as a knight, with any source of gas income, depleted or not, you're never going to run out of resources. I think Mutabomb, yeah, Mutabomb is working just fine here with Savior Sword. They're killing Sergeant Ranch. Could be another solo Phantom, Happy. Could be yet another one. How are these programmed? Stock Brood will allow you to set special rules. You have to hack it. No. StarCraft came with a map editor. Warcraft 2 came with a map editor too, Diego, and so they put it in StarCraft because everything in Warcraft 2 is the predecessor to StarCraft. The map editor in Warcraft 2 was hugely popular. They said, okay, let's bring it back for StarCraft. Let them, you know, edit units, create triggers, all sorts of fun stuff. If StarCraft doesn't do that, I don't know if we end up with StarCraft being as much of a success as it is. All right, so Sergeant Ranch, again, dying slowly. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, Diego. Wait, Slayer down? Who was that? Was that Killer Pro dying? I think that was Killer Pro dying. Bum, 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 ba-dum. All right, I think that's it. I think these are it. Ah, Phantom dead. Sergeant Ranch, Phantom sniffed out, killed. Is he alone? No, there's another Phantom out here. Okay. Okay, that's fun. So we've got Bazump running around, Savior Sword, Mutabomb, and ready to roll out. One of them's a Phantom. That's going to be it. Bazump's like, all right, we got to finish off ready to roll out. He's the easiest to kill, but we got to take him off the list. He can't really help us much if we go after the Phantom anyway. And he didn't help us, Wander says. Hybrid played the alpha versions that are buggy. Ah. Yeah, unkillable units isn't a lot of fun. And a campaign? Goodness. All right, Diego. Catch you later, dude. Be back tomorrow with more about this time if you want to say hi. Savior Sword is playing the part. So they're not killing ready to roll out? Okay, I guess. Mutabomb. There you go. We're playing the how much money do you have game that never really resolves anything. Interesting. What are your plans for a bad Phantom map, Happy? That's an idea. Lurkers are good, unless there are Guardians, which is why Darkstorm Lurker is the key in ZVZ. Don't go after Mutabomb with just Lurker, but okay, Irradiate support. Somehow Mutabomb getting ganged up on. I thought we were killing ready to roll out, but no, the opinion has changed. Yeah, Wraiths. Gotta love Wraiths, man, especially against Guardians. One of their favorite things to go up against. Oh, that's interesting. That's a weird idea, Happy. Mutabomb dying incredibly slow. What do we got here from ready to roll out? Not much. Are the factories producing? No. Are the starports producing? Also no. Okay, fair enough, Happy. You do what you want to do. Ooh, Bazump shows up to continue his battle against Savior Sword. Plague on the carriers. A lot of Archons. This is, I don't know who. Everyone's attacking everybody at this point. This is crazy. Maelstrom on the Hydras. Nothing actually killing them, though, because Maelstrom doesn't kill anything. Okay, Savior Sword's main base is getting wrecked. We recalled in some defense. Whew. Wander. Whew. I mean, at this point, if you're the Phantom, do you just go? I think you probably just go. I don't think anyone is big enough to really threaten you. Yeah, ready to roll outs, running for the hills. No chance he's the Phantom unless he's hiding extremely well. Savior Sword's like, all right, I don't got a lot. Is he producing? He's not producing. Still trying to finish off Mutabomb is Bazump. He was trying this earlier. Ready to roll out with what he's got left here, trying to go after Bazump, who is producing a lot here, to be fair, but if he's a knight, it explains it at least on some level. Did he wait, what? Is he gone? Did he re-ally up? Ready to roll out says he's Phantom. What? Nope. Slayer down. All right. So now the Phantom just needs to go, and I think it's Mutabomb. Look at this. Oh, the extra hatches, the extra production, the Maelstrom. The Storm is only so good. Giant Maelstrom there is kind of fun, I guess. What's the follow-up to kill them? I guess we stormed them all down, but dude, there's a lot more where that came from if this is, in fact, Mutabomb. Bazump trying to shut down some of these hatches. Bazump, cruising on out here. Yeah, good. Find the hatches. Bazump's playing this swell. He's smartly and well. Swell. Which is a word from the 50s. But anyway, feedback and defilers as they're being produced here. There's enough. Dude, if they kill a phantom with this, man, if they can keep him contained in this corner, it's entirely doable. No, not the carriers. Okay, I think he's out of minerals, so he can't build interceptors anyway, so he's just sacking the carriers. No use. Also, Reaver out of Scarabs too. It's Bazump. It's Bazump as a knight against a phantom. More map control here to Bazump. But can he keep up economically is the question. He doesn't have an Ultralisk Cavern is the problem. Nice Maelstrom. Up the ramp. This is a very weird situation that we find ourselves in. Seriously, Albran. The Maelstroms are good, but I don't know. Ooh, sneaking some bases up here somehow. Mutabomb. He's got enough room to build a hatch. I think here, if he had a better Sim City, I think he would have more, definitely would have more room to build stuff. Bazump trying to get a drop all up in here. Or maybe they were empty overlords. Nope. Burrowedling got in, died. Okay, there was stuff in those overlords. Oh, no. And Bazump's out. He's done. Dang, Bazump only 2,000 minerals left. As a knight, in 49 minutes of gameplay, only 2,000 minerals left. Knight income doesn't seem like it's that good. Because look at Mutabomb's 84,000 minerals. I was under the impression it was a little bit closer. Like, I was under the impression that the Bazump would be more out of gas, and that's why he'd tap out, but he had 2,000 minerals left. Holy cow. Amazing. All right, nice job, Mutabomb. He was suspicious, but not suspicious enough for people to actually kill him, and that is a phantom win. He had a friend. His friend was Sergeant Ranch, but Sergeant Ranch got killed. He still gets the win because he was a phantom and is the victor. So nicely done. Pirate, yeah, but Pirate only happened after most of the map was mined out anyway. It was like a 22-minute Pirate, right? Do you reduce the Knight income late game? Or is it the same passive income the whole time, Happy? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Now, here's the question. Do we want a free-for-all today? Because if we do, we're about $15 short of that goal. So I'm going to step away. We'll do a free-for-all if we can come up with $15 through anything, right? PayPal, Venmo, the bits situation, gifting a sub, a new Prime sub, a new membership, gifted membership, whatever. Be back in 2 minutes. Let's see what we want to do.
ready to roll out, donated $10.
Stay a while and listen.
All right. We're back. What did we get here? Hey. Strengthen the defenses. Absolutely, positively. What is up? Thank you, Sergeant Ranch, for the $5 Canadian. Thanks to Cardiox for gifting a tier 1 sub to Dekiris, and then ready to roll out with a $10 tip at PayPal too. Thank you, man. Long-time supporter, ready to roll out. Love that guy. Let's see what we've got on the manage record request. Sergeant Ranch, 800 jewels too. Let's go. All right, cool. You guys do want a free-for-all today, it seems like. That's excellent. Let's do this thing. Merci pour l'abondement cadeau. Thank you for the gifted, whatever it is. Awesome stuff there. Gifted subscription. Cool stuff. So, what do we got here? Gridlock version without siege onto bases. Interesting.
Husky.
Another 800 jewels and a husky. Look at that. Little 3D animated husky. Probably AI. Sergeant Ranch.
Happy Pride.
628 jewels. Sergeant Ranch tossing the jewels left and right here. Excellent. All right. Let's grab Gridlock. Gridlock version 1.12. Yeah, without the siegeable bases with siege tanks. Excellent. Loving that. Another 4. Unk alert. I am an unk. That is appropriate. Thank you, Sergeant Ranch. You're the best, man. Huge in with this jewel support. Loving it. All right. So, hold on. What do we got here? Gifted a sub. Okay.
Corgi.
1,000 jewels, Sergeant Ranch. Aw, look at that corgi. Look how cute he is. Look at that good stuff. I still got, okay. Still got to convert this accurately from jewels to USD. So 200 jewels is $1, according to this website. All right, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. All good in the hood. Cardiox. Coming back in. Is Terran the one with siege tanks? Terran's the one with siege tanks, yes. Okay, waiting for Savior Sword to come back. We got Savior Sword 4 Prime, Killer Pro, who is James, Bazump Gallons, Happy Ranch, and Nexuses. Let's go. Okay, Savior Sword is back. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Bam. Let's do this thing. Yeah, I know, Wander. That's the problem. I mean, this is something that mobile games like to do with two separate versions of their currency, so it confuses the customer into not knowing exactly how much money they're spending, which is scummy, and I don't like that YouTube is doing it. What's up, J-Talks? Old man saying bet. I didn't say bet. Did I say bet? Anyway, top left, it's Sergeant Ranch playing Terran. We got a Protoss up here, Killer Pro. We also have Gallons playing Protoss. What's up, Gallons? We got Happy playing Terran. We got Savior Sword down here with 4 Prime. They're going to fight probably. Left side is Bazump playing Terran. And then another Protoss. It is a Cardiox. No Zergs at all, huh? Not a single Zerg on the map, you say? No, definitely not. Two-gate opening here from Gallons. He's on the move out. Savior Sword's going with the 1 gate for now, but he doesn't have gas either. He goes for the gas block on 4 Prime. 4 Prime's like, I'm getting gas blocked. It's because of what happened to the King of the Hill yesterday. It might very well be, yes. Could very well be that fact. Hey, what's up, baby T-Rex? It's all good, man. You've been busy today, it sounds like. Busy's good. Sometimes busy is bad, I guess. But sometimes it's good. So yeah, Savior Sword totally reworked the outline of these bases so that you can't park a tank here and hit any of the resources of your neighbor. So everything's a lot closer to this ramp and this ramp too, but doesn't really change much of it. All right, where are the Zealots going from Gallons is the question. SCV scouts in. There's a stacked mineral at the Nat? Oh. Look at this. Stacked and stacked. Okay. Savior Sword kind of messing around with that. That's fun to see. Ah, here we go. Coming in on Happy. Happy is trying to kill Savior Sword. And is getting FFA'd. Oh, no. All of his SCVs are in trouble. He's... Okay, well, he's got to go. I think Savior Sword's going to die. Yep, Savior Sword's totally going to die. But also, Happy needs to run. His main base is in shambles. His income is gone. That bunker finishing would be huge, and it is going to finish. And Marines inside the bunker means... the probes can't fight that. The probes can fight Marines. They can't fight bunkers, it turns out. So I think Happy's just like, I'll take this base, I guess. Float my command center in. Maybe bunker the top of the ramp in case I get found by Gallons. But you... Dude, that's hilarious. Happy loves his float the racks into the enemy base maneuver. It's really entertaining for him. And entertaining for us as well. Anybody else going for stuff? No, but 4Prime's happy to know this is happening. Did Bazump tell you who we saw on the channel yesterday? No, baby T-Rex. Who'd you see in the channel yesterday? Oh, interesting, Wander. Worst deal for a person buying jewels. Lowest volume buying. Creator gets only 25%. Wow. But higher volume tiers at $50, the receiver gets 40%. Okay. Well, noted, I guess. That's why YouTube's doing it, because it's confusing and it gets them more percentage than a super chat does. So scummy. Like, you don't already have $800 billion every year, YouTube. You're doing fine. Good grief. Yeah, here comes Gallons. This is what I was worried about. Can I play please is alive? Oh. I'm glad to hear Can I play please is alive, baby T-Rex. Here comes Gallons. Bunker is up. Bunker cannot be repaired. Savior Sword's like, am I alive? No. 100% not alive. You think Gallons is going to let you live? Only if you get spared by Gallons, sir. Happy's in a lot of trouble, probably dead. Is Gallons gonna spare Savior Sword? No. He appears to not be sparing Savior Sword, actually. Also up here, we've got Killer Pro going to town on Sergeant Ranch. Ranged Dragoon is a pretty good unit. Nice, baby T-Rex. Tell him, well, I guess you probably did, but tell him that we're happy to see him when he comes back. Can I play please is awesome. Happy's running with his racks. He's got a command center that's alive. Kind of a big deal. 4Prime's like, this is very strange, but okay, I've got 2 bases. Sergeant Ranch expanded out here instead of taking his natural, which is an interesting choice. Because Killer Pro's got his second base and is able to shut this down. Cheesers get cheesed. Could be right about that. Cheesers getting cheesed. Cheese gives and cheese takes. Savior Sword eliminated. Happy, technically alive, but also pretty dead. Holy DT swing from a Cardiox. Bazump, you got detection, sir? Any detection? Comsat station? No. Right, working on it. Okay. Ow. Ow. Quick, turret. He's got a turret. Okay, he'll be fine, but yo, those DTs really caught him by surprise, as they should. DTs are intended to be used that way. Production tab comes back. Oh, wait. No, it's a live game. Can't do it. I was like, did I turn that off? No, it's a live game, not a replay. Not a replay. PvP now. First one of the day. We got Killer Pro versus Gallons. Gallons at 63 supply. Killer Pro at 64. Upgrades are no upgrades for Killer Pro, no upgrades for Gallons either. So, standard PvP stuff, man. A lot of Dragoons, no upgrades at 10 minutes. And that is the play. Force them back, way back. And yeah, Jordan getting killed last game actually allowed the pirate to succeed. If you just left Jordan there to his own devices, he was never getting 15,000 minerals. And Amnesiac wouldn't have been a pirate, and you would have been fine. But you, by attacking Jordan, pirate wins, and that helps the Phantom immensely. Cardiac's in here trying to take center. Does have 8,000 gas on both of these geysers. We've got 800 minerals on the mineral patches. Unless they're stacked, which I don't think they are. Gallons pushing up on Killer Pro. Upgrade timing, yeah. +1 attack versus +1 attack. They both got their +1 since the last time they engaged with each other. So again, no upgrade advantage for anyone here at all. They are stacked, okay. So these are stacked 800 times 2. So you can get a lot of probes running here, not for too long, but a lot of probes can be active here at the same time. 4 prime, third base in it, 112 supply, biggest army on the map. Got the TVT shenanigans here with Bazump and 4 prime right next to each other. PVT shenanigans here, PVT there, PvP there. We need to probably, yeah, I guess Gallons is building on Happy's base. Happy is somehow successfully building on Savior Sword's base because Gallons didn't keep an eye on it. Okay, Happy is not out of it yet. He is very much not dead. He's probably not going to win, but we've seen what Happy can do when he's left alone. Happy left alone is extremely dangerous. Sergeant Ranch upgrades are a 0-0 for his tanks. Surprisingly, I think he'd have an upgrade by now, but yeah, 4 primes at 1-0. Bazump's at 1-0, a little bit late there, but we're starting to mine out, is the problem, right? Yeah, bases have another about 3 to 4 minutes before they start mining out in the main and the natural, depending on when you started taking those. So at this stage, 4 prime probably has the best position and is the best player to take advantage here. He's got a third base and nobody else does. But as always, if you get hit by 2 people at the same time, it can really set you back a little bit. That said, there's nothing that Bazump's going to do to go take 4 prime down because he's more worried about Cardiacs having this center and attacking from the north. So, holding off 1 player is not too bad. Unfortunately for you, Happy is down here still, you guys. When I describe upgrades, is it power armor or armor power? Usually power armor. Tiger Claw. 1-0 is going to be attack. Hey, we got a scout. Falcon Paladin, StarCraft Stream Scout guarantee fulfilled by a Cardiacs, making a scout. Still poking. Trying to go up a ramp on Killer Pro is not something you want to be doing here. fighting against a bunch of Cloak Wraiths from Sergeant Ranch without obs seems like it's a tough thing. I think he sniped the obs, though. Good job, Sergeant Ranch. Not very good against Dragoons, but it will force them to fall back and retreat from that position because the Cloak is a bit of a big deal to deal with. A big deal to deal with. Happy is, I think, trying to make deals. Right here, in fact. What's up, Kiki Demora? Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Yeah, man. Cardiox, 106 supply. I like the scout flying into a bunch of Goliaths and turrets and dying immediately. That's about right. But not looking great. Tank's doing way too much damage with that 1-0 that they have got. Sergeant Ranch caught on with his 1-0 and still 1-0 from 4 Prime. 4 Prime's like, I don't make deals with Happy. Not a bad idea, honestly. Yeah, so Happy can't hold here. Not going to happen. And 4 Prime is just, you know, not showing any mercy lately. Probably because of how things have gone for him on the stream. Happy is like, there should be a free base bottom right. Where are my island bases? It's a good question. Anyway, Gallons is taking this base from, well, Nexuses here, Cardiox, not having a good time. Make sure the command center dies. You can let the factories live. Just don't let the command center live. Okay, they let it live. Okie doke. Happy cockroaching, as one does. DTs from a Cardiox here. Okay, still more detection problems here from Gallons. Okay, detection arrives. Everything's okay. Could have been worse, but we'll take it. We will take it. Okay, that's going to set a Cardiox back a lot. Like I said, we are really losing minerals here inside the main base. Nobody's got much money, but Zump's at 6,700 minerals, which cost efficiency plus having a third base here has helped him a lot. 4 Prime's at 4,400, but now these are coming online. He's taking Savior Sword's natural and his main. And Happy does successfully manage to land the SCV, or land the command center, build an SCV, and repair it out of burning danger, which is just insane. That is funny. Good old War Ground of Mars. Happy is back in. He's fighting with, or playing with fire here. +2 Goliath. Anti-air is pretty good. Happy's like, run, run. Get out of here. Nobody controls the center. It was taken away by Gallons, but Gallons has not taken it for himself. He's like, I'm not sure that I can, actually. 4 Prime has trauma. Again, a Protoss tries to engage into a really entrenched Terran position. We've seen a Cardiacs try this. Now we're seeing Gallons try this, and I just don't know at all. 2-1 upgrades there for the Protoss. Mech at 2-1 as well. I mean, probably should have moved these tanks over a little bit. Can they get the command center? No, they got to fall back. They ran out of zealots, as usual. Yeah, I just running out of steam here, Gallons. You just can't get this deep in. Especially with your Arbiter getting killed. I mean, Gallons is on 4 bases. But 4 Prime's also on 4 bases. It's going to be a hard battle for him. No, 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 no. Do not attack the Dragoons with your Vultures. Bring your tanks up, siege them there. There you go. Everything's fine. Center base here from Sergeant Ranch. Or at least spider mining it. Not expanding there, but that would be a cool move.
Nuclear launch detected.
Let's see. Who's nuking? Looks like Bazump is. That's a lot of fun. Ah, under the natural base of a Cardiacs. From over here? Wow, alright. I warned you. Alright, now Happy's eliminated. He done. Nowhere to go. Boof! Carriers poking in. Carriers, you know, versus mech. A little bit easier to do. Especially when you got 8 of them, and they have +1 attack. +2 better be working here. And the Cyber Core is not spinning. Good +2. A Cardiacs, you got to get the +2. Meanwhile, another Protoss attacking onto an entrenched Terran position here at the 12 o'clock, as opposed to the 6 o'clock. Reaver explodes or ran out of Zealots. So maybe we don't want to fight here after all. And Cloaked Wraiths again, forcing Dragoons to fall back. Are we re-nuking? We're re-nuking this position. No, Happy. They generally don't bother to attack their rush partner. That is true. I mean, let's be real. I'm not sure people know who their rush partner is either, although it's pretty obvious on this map. Gallon's getting a couple Zealots here into this Savior Sword's main base. Again, Savior's base is going to be mining a lot longer than most of the others because he died early. And wasn't taken for a while either. So this is a big source of income. Staying alive is a big deal. This is going to run out faster. Arbiter carrier shenaniganries here. Pretty classic stuff. Is the Cyber Core spinning now? It is. Okay, so yes, there is a +2 attack on the way for these carriers, which honestly, for some reason, +2 against Goliaths is way better than +1. It's like the number of attacks to kill a Goliath as an interceptor is reduced enough to where it's way more effective. So, What do we got? Siege tank drop. That's a fun move by Sergeant Ranch. Not really enough to do much here, as Killer Pro / James was all over it with enough units to clear that sucker out. Dropships make it home, which is nice, but Sergeant Ranch, you know, just kind of 3-basing it here. He is not nuking the same spot again. He is nuking the same spot again. Probes running. Probes running. Probe's not running fast enough. Nexus down. Center held by Gallons. No Nexus here, though. I think it just kind of recalled in here and said, ta-da, I'm in the middle now. And I'm getting hit by siege tanks, which is not very fun. Is that a recall? It was a recall. Anastasis. That did not go well for Gallons, though, I can see. Gallons down to 152 supply, 4 prime at 200, 8,000 minerals, 4,000 gas.
Adjutant online. Good morning, Captain.
Hey,
Our long
Michael.
voyage from Earth is over, and we are holding a stationary position near the borders of Dominion space.
What's up, Michael Park? Thanks for subbing. Appreciate ya. Gallons, he's at 3-1 upgrades versus 2-1-1 upgrades, so even, close enough, I would say. And yeah, poor Killer Pro, 2,000 minerals. Running out big time up here. Still nobody has center. I think Gallons used it as a staging ground. It didn't work out as well for him as he wanted. Yeah, 4 prime lining his base with turrets. He's like, I don't want to get dropped. I don't want to get recalled. I don't want carriers showing up without anything stopping them. No, he is not. Looks like maybe a Cardiox wants to retake the middle.
Nuclear launch detected.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Okay, so definitely no way. EMP on the carriers is pretty awesome. Nuke not gonna do... Oh, gosh. Okay. Ow. That did hurt. Especially with the EMP there. EMP nuke combo by Bazump is a lot of fun. Excellent, excellent stuff there. 4 Prime's like, I'm worried that TVT is going to be the ultimate decider here. TVT totally sucks. It does, actually. Especially if the enemy already has ghosts and battle cruisers aren't super viable, because they're not. Bazump's going to be like, ooh, battle cruisers, let's go. What's up, Snarf? Happiest of Wednesdays. Check out Snarf on the Twitch. Carriers are up 2+2. Cardiox has 200 minerals, though, and is long distance mining from that Nat.
Nuclear launch detected.
It's another nuke at the natural. What's up, Ganon? You're the second person that's come in today and been like, today's Wednesday? So don't feel too bad, Snarf. Killer Pro calls the GG. In the battle of the PvPs here, he will leave no money, well, some money for his enemy, which isn't great, but, you know, it's all good. And James is out of it. So good job by Gallons winning PvP. It helped that he had extra money for sure. He's basically 4-basing versus a 2-basing Killer Pro. Minerals left here, 1,900. Unless there's something stacked, which again, hard to tell what the stack is. Taken middle. Cardiox. Wow. Kind of getting pushed by Bazump for some reason. Yeah, Cardiox Minerals is not good. What's up, 4 Prime? Game's not working, he says. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Nice lockdown. 4 Prime is in this game. Nope, he does no APM. What happened? Oh, lockdown nuke combo. Lockdown nuke combo. You can't save them. You can't save them at all. Unplug your keyboard and mouse and plug them back in. 4 Prime's APM is currently 2. So nukes are 200, 200, and cost 8 supply. And then 4 Prime is out of there. Oh no. He's not back. His APM is not back. No, Gallons. It's a helpless 4 Prime. This doesn't count. Four Prime's game is frozen on him. Wraith's trying to kill these carriers. They're its detection in cannon form, so not a good place to attack with the Wraiths. Center taken by a Cardiox. Still technically holding this attack off is 4 Prime. Just kidding. No center allowed because tanks. This is what I was worried about. I don't know what a Cardiox was thinking. Desperation is what he was thinking. Yeah, Gallons has got to be like, why isn't 4 Prime responding to this attack at all? Seems odd. He's just letting my zealots walk into this base, huh? Four Prime has had this problem before on Gridlock. Wait, Savior Sword made this base. You think Savior Sword made it so that 4 Prime disconnects like that at 30 minutes? Just out of spite? Dun dun dun. Got dipped in ranch and bazumped. Cardiox is out. 4 Prime is apparently dead. He was in a really good position to win this thing. Again, Gallons should realize something is up, but I don't know what he's supposed to do. He can't really help. So Gallons just went from one of the favorites to win, so maybe the favorite to win. Happy says it's karma. Aw. That is sad. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and 4 primes out. And then there were 4. 2 players dead in the 60-second time span. And look at this. Gallons is like, oh, there's still money here. Let's go. I don't have a lot of cash currently, so it's nice to have some more bases. I really don't see how a certain map could cause one player to disconnect their keyboard and their mouse every time. Like, does that make any sense? I've never heard of anything like that before. Dude, 1-1 Wraiths out of Sergeant Ranch, just sniping down cannons inside Gallon's base. Gallon's is like, wait, what? Big Wraith attack. What is happening? Four Prime has lost his sense of trust by being betrayed too many times on the stream, Happy. I don't think it's anything personal. I just think he inherently doesn't trust anybody, no matter what. He said he's got trauma. And trauma is not a logical thing. Recalling in Gallons. Fighting for center here. Going for big drops as well here on Bazump. Bazump's got 22,000 minerals. You know what this game needed was a Zerg. This game needed a Zerg. Didn't get one. Yeah, economically, Sergeant Ranch is in a pretty tough place.
Nuclear launch detected.
Oh, no. Gallons. Gallons, mon ami. Ugh, it's every probe, every cannon. Nexus at 50% health, less than that. Pylon's very squishy, too. Sergeant Ranch going after the resources here. A little bit of gas left. I mean, Gallons just got super nuked. It's a good question about Bazump. I don't know. Playing slow, I guess. Gallons just... Oh, no. Gallons GG's out. Well, that was abrupt. Gallons had to go. So I guess now it's just Bazump needs to get out here and start killing folks. Take the center. Sergeant Ranch has 8,000 minerals. Cannot hold up against Bazump's mech at all. Yeah, as soon as 4 Prime died, suddenly people started dropping like flies. Cardiox died. We got Killer Pro dying. We lost Gallons. Just bam, 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 one right after the other. What is Sergeant Ranch lulling about? He's alone. He's alone in the world. Bazump only has 97 supply, though. So maybe he's vulnerable right now. Okay, no. That ghost died. Sergeant Ranch going for it. I like it. 150 to 70 supply. Money doesn't mean anything if it's not actual supply. Hang on. Sergeant Ranch is like, I guess I'll just come in here and wipe this out and maybe kill this base too? Bazump not macroing might have killed him, dude. Look at how many ghosts Sergeant Ranch has. Bring more stuff, Sergeant Ranch. You got this. Freaking TVT finale, honestly. Hey, look, Bazump's sort of building stuff. I don't know. How many factories has he got? 4 factories. 4. Bazump needs to build more factories. I talk about this with 4 Prime all the time, but apparently Bazump needs to be doing it too. Sergeant Ranch, 9,000 minerals, got his Wraith Ball with 3/3 upgrades. These turrets finishing is death. What's up, BarrackS? Happy hump day. Nope, free Wraiths are definitely free. Bazump still not back up to 100 supply after losing a bunch. Again, only 4 factories means he can't replace stuff very fast. I guess he has 5. Maybe he just built this. I don't know. Either way. Ah, TVT shenaniganries. These Wraiths, man, he likes them. It's a TVT now, so Wraiths are going to be fine, but Bazump has his own. 1-1 on those guys. No 3/3 available. But turrets exist. Turrets super, super good, even if the Wraiths have 3/3. Sorry, guys. Sorry, friendos. He loses middle. And Sergeant Ranch has this. Does he have income and Bazump doesn't? This is getting interesting. Bit of a push here from Bazump. He's all the way back up to 82 supply somehow. Cannot spend his cash at all. Sergeant Ranch taking center would be huge, which is why Bazump has some tanks here. He knows that can happen. He doesn't want that to happen. Wraiths doing wraithy things, killing tanks in TVT. This is something we saw in a lot of the TVTs in ASL 21, especially with Leda around. Those Wraiths being very important in this matchup, as they've been for a while. They've been this way for a while, but I think even more important early on than they used to. Nobody center, although 2 tanks doesn't seem like it's enough to defend against anything from Sergeant Ranch coming in and taking it, although Wraiths have shown up. Again, nobody on center. This money is huge for Sergeant Ranch, because Bazump doesn't have any active income. Like, it's right there. Nice lockdowns, though. Goliath bullied by Wraith friends. Free tanks are free, though. Bazump seems to be playing weird, man. He's making mistakes that he doesn't usually make. Bazump is retaking control of the center. He doesn't have a command center here. He's got enough money to build one. I think he's making space for it. Sergeant Ranch 112 supply, Bazump 79. Kind of where it's been. Sergeant Ranch has more supply. Bazump has less supply but more money. Bazump doing what he can, which is use siege tanks to harass the space of Sergeant Ranch, which is an important one for him. Again here, look, banks are getting a little too close. 8,900 to 6,400. Bazump is still up, but not as much as he used to be by volume. Now, center huge. Killing this big, nuking across the way again would be super good. Although this money's mining out anyway, so I'm not sure that it really matters. Yeah, 72... 64. Okay, so that's gone anyway. Whatever. This is the base that matters here. This actually has resources at it, including 5,500 gas, which Bazump is pretty gas-starved, actually. I didn't even notice that. So, in a straight-up fight, battlecruiser versus carrier, chat, if you target the carriers, the battlecruisers win. But if the carriers are microed, so they're actually running away from the carriers, or from the battlecruisers as they attack, then the battlecruisers will never hit them. So with good micro, yeah, carriers win. With no micro from the Protoss player and some micro from the Terran player, then the battle cruisers win. Sergeant Ranch gas starved. Not fully saturating his gases. Bazump, who's also gas starved and suddenly at 34 supply. It doesn't have any minerals. Or gas, rather. He doesn't have any gas. Is Sergeant Ranch just casually winning right now? 130 to 30 supply. No gas with which to make things like Goliaths or Siege Tanks, which are things you need to beat. Goliaths and Siege Tanks. Wraiths maybe, but that's not gas cheap either. This is getting weird all of a sudden. Dude, gas income. Gas income is everything here. Dude, his production is dying. He's here, but if he doesn't have any factories, he can't build anything to deal with the mech that Sergeant Ranch is continuing to build with his 3 factories set up. He doesn't have a ton of production either, to be fair. These Wraiths are doing nothing for Sergeant Ranch. He needs to send them out and do something, but TVT sucks. So I get it. Bazump G's out, and somehow Sergeant Ranch wins this thing. One of the more befuddling endings to a free-for-all I've ever seen. What? How? What? I mean, yes, look, 4 Prime disconnected through no fault of his own. We had Happy and Savior's Horde effectively killing each other, while 4 Prime was involved with that too. We had Gallons in a great position who taps out. Just because he has to go. He has no time for this. Nexus dies legitimately. And Killer Pro dies legitimately. But man, what a lot of weird stuff happened. Again, luck. You need luck to win a free-for-all. And Sergeant Ranch had it today. Other people didn't. And that was a big part of it. So my goodness. He outspent everyone. Outmined on both gas and minerals. And outspent, well, except for Gallons with his mineral count somehow. Good stuff, Sergeant Ranch. GG, man. I don't know how, but you pulled off that win. I would have not put any money on you in that situation at all. So, all right, got to wrap this thing up. It is time to go. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't be worrying. We'll be back tomorrow about the same time. Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. Thank you for the support today. A lot of jewels being cheered by Sergeant Ranch and a $5 Canadian super chat too, which is awesome. We ended up getting a gifted sub by a Cardiox to Decuris, ready to roll out. Tip $10 US at PayPal at falconpaladin@gmail.com. WoWmage resubbed at Tier 1. GetTrap resubbed with Prime. And that was our day. So thank you. Let's get a raid going. Let's go check out Gypsy. He's playing Age of Empires, which is awesome. So love you guys. See you tomorrow. Thursday is here, and we will catch you. Turtle strategy, says Sergeant Ranch. It worked out, man. Great stuff. All right. Love you all. Thanks again. See you tomorrow.